I'm doing ripping. Ripping is this side. The Ryoba saw has a side for ripping and a side ripping and a side for cross-cutting. I'm doing ripping. I happen to be right-handed, so I'm coming, my eye, see I'm doing this side of it. Notice what I'm doing with my thumb. My thumb is holding it like a sharp cut. At all times, I expect it to retain my, my lines until I'm done. So when I'm done, all of these pieces of wood are going to fall away. But watch what I'm doing. So I'm cutting this, I'm starting this. Now, do I need a flange or sawing? I need one for using the chisels, but not for sawing, because it's trapped in there. And I have to either move my finger up or have my finger too close, but I just don't let that happen. See, I make sure I'm holding this down far enough away, see? But the saw is trapped in there. Agree? Okay, I'm coming down diagonally so that I never get ahead on one side or the other. Nor am I ever trying to cut it like this. I'm cutting it straight. But I'm cutting it straight in such a way that the angle, as I reach the end up there, I'm simultaneously reaching the end down at the bottom here, see? Okay. I'm simultaneously reaching here. And in fact, I went slightly over here. Let's see what you have here. I'm going to be making 8 cuts. This is 1, here's number 2. Turn this over, and now I'm going to finish this one from this side. The teeth are smaller down at this end, so they grab less than they do up here. See how this grabs? Also, if I tilt it in a little bit, I can start it. Now what I'm doing is I'm doing the same exact thing, but on my bad side, meaning this side here is I have to peek over the edge of it, okay? But I still have my line. You can see it's very light. It's okay that the lines are light, just don't lose them. I come to here, it's not my objective to finish it. It's merely my objective to get it kind of moving in the right direction, and then I abandon that for now. Come over here, I'm doing number 3. First 8 cuts. Next, I'm going to go to a place that I have a backing. So what we'll do is I'll be, this may be so easy to hold that I may not even need that, so we'll see. What's the idea here? The idea is that I'm above the cut. And even though the Ryoba is tapered, each blade is straight. I'm looking at my line here, and I'm bringing the saw in to my line, see, until I see that the saw that the teeth of the blade have come through sufficiently. Number one. Number two. Okay. Number three. And number four. I've just fixed the last 8 cuts that I did. Next, and the most critical piece, is called scoring. This is different from how I'd been cutting before, coming in from outside. With scoring, I want a good source of light, and I'm probably going to want to be here just because the light is coming this way. This is slightly inconvenient, so I'll smooth this a tiny bit. See? Scoring, I'm looking above this, and scoring like it sounds, it's just a light cut. I'm pulling the blade along the line, and I want you to see this part is so important. And very carefully. Now, if you're not deep enough here, it's going to jump out, and it's going to get ruined. The scoring coming across, see? And then as I get to this end, I'm going to be turning it, see? So I'll be down here because I can turn it more easily. So I come down here, see? Scoring, come around the corner so that when you lift it, you have something to grab. Scoring this side. Here I'm scoring it across here. Turn it, see? Corner, turn it. Okay, it is now scored. In every case you will see just very fine, you'll see the line, see? Line, line, line.
I was having trouble with this part of the whole process. I wasn't doing that.
It takes practice. Next, I'm going to be going by sound. See? Okay, so classical tenon, if this is a gate, a garden gate, I've got the other ones cut fast also, but accurately, and I'm going to go up there and I'm going to pound the bugger together. Mm-hmm. So this is standard classical Western, classical Japanese. This is how they do it. There's little details. They might then say, well, before you pound it in, do us the favor to knock off these corners a little bit here, see? Because that way it won't blow out the piece as it goes out the outside of it, see? See? Just chamfer it a little bit. Or if you want a stronger chamfer, use a chisel. But this is very fast, see? This is intended, see, unfortunately that's for this guy and this guy's over here, but if this is going to stick out. So if you're using a chisel, you have to clamp it down. See, for the school rules. You'll notice that thus far I haven't used a clamp because this is not likely. Now if you go, you don't try to go, you only go as fast as you can stay accurate. Real simple rule. So if it takes me an hour to make one of these cuts, then it takes me an hour. So I've just made 8, 12, 4 scoring cuts, 16, and then 4 other cuts. So I've made 20 cuts. And it just takes however long it takes you. I'm going fast on this because I'm not, if this was furniture, I would never allow myself to get this close to this edge here. But this is not going to be seen. This is going to come right through